Yo, what is going on, boys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We have some hype news coming in for the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise where you're actually finally getting limit break. So limit breaking is a really cool mechanic, and it is actually a game-breaking mechanic. Definitely changes the entire way the game is played, and definitely changes a little bit about how you're structuring all your teams, exactly what you want to focus on, everything. So it's going to change out the farming habits you're going to have, going to change out a lot of different things that you're going to do over the next couple of months. So definitely be excited for that, because limit breaking is really hype, really exciting, but it can be complex if you're not understanding exactly what everything does. We're going to jump right into limit breaking and talk about why it is awesome. So the first thing that you're going to get in this news update is you're going to get a change to the way that everything looks. You're going to get this fun little adventure screen here where the top bar is going to be for story mode, the middle bar is going to be for the extra island, and the bottom bar is for the new adventure mode. It will probably come out and say coming soon. That's what happened on the Japanese version when it was first released. The other thing that's going to happen is there was a ship icon in the bottom left-hand corner here, and this was for your ships. This will now just be for limit breaking. So if you go here, you're going to be able to limit break your characters. You will also have a new filter option that will be in the bottom left-hand corner. That will be for filter by limit breaks. And it'll actually filter the top limit breaks that you have as all the way down to all the limit breakable characters. You can see up here, there are characters that I have limit broken up here, and down here, there are characters that have the potential to be limit broken, but are not as of yet limit broken. Now, limit breaking as an idea is going to be a very simple concept. You get more stats, more abilities, and better characters. It is not 100% necessary to limit break a character. It definitely just improves your character. They're not as needed as sockets. However, they do make content a lot easier when you have your characters max limit broken. They also provide sailor abilities that are in addition to what they have, lower cooldowns, extra sockets, etc. We'll go into one unit specifically. The red orbs here will give you attack, and it's always variable depending on the characters. This first thing here is going to be a new character ability. Now if we go to the Lucy icon here, you'll see he has two abilities. Now each of these limit break abilities will be different for every single character in the entire game. They will not actually have the same percentages attached to them. They'll be completely unique to that character, and each character will either be worth limit breaking or not worth limit breaking based on how good these are. In order to level these up, and you can see mine are at level 5, you have to feed duplicates to your character once a character has the limit break ability. So once I have acquired this limit break ability, I will have to feed duplicates to my character of Lucy here, Follow Lucy, in order to get this first limit break socket. And then when I get to the second limit break socket up here, I will need duplicates to get that all maxed out as well. For each socket here, you're going to need 5 skill ups, which means you'll need 4 extra copies because you get the first one for free. So in total, you'll need, for any Coliseum unit, any free-to-play unit, any rare recruit unit, you're going to need a total of 8 copies. As far as legendary units go, legendary units are a little bit different. If we go to a legendary unit like Fujitora, as you go into limit breaking, you're going to want to know more about what each ability does. And for legendary characters, you can see each of them has a longer set of limit breaks as well as 3 limit break abilities. If we go to Fujitora, you'll see he has 3 completely different ones than Lucy, except for the enraged one here. Each character will be on the One Piece Treasure Cruise database, the link in the description below. Go ahead and make sure you click that in order to see everything there. There's a ton of information on the limit breaks. Make sure you look up on this. I also have limit break guides that are also going to be in the in the description below. If you want to check out episode 1, it'll be right up in the card description right above you right here. Now, every single limit break in the game will come out in a set order. There'll be different batches of limit breaks, and you'll see different characters coming out over time. Well, it'll be a small batch here, then another batch, and another batch, and another batch. Every time there's a new batch, I update the limit break worth it or not video, and you'll be able to see a whole sets of batches of characters, whether they be worth it or not worth it in episodes as we go. If you're going to limit break a character, there's a couple different things that you're going to need. The first thing you're going to need is limit break potions. Now, limit break potions are stored in a small, medium, or large bottle. The small bottles will provide 20,000 XP. The medium bottles will provide 100,000 XP. The large bottles will be 500,000 XP. Now, what I recommend you doing is that you might be getting a potion island coming out very soon. Make sure you use the small items first because they actually will max out at 999. And you might have enough potions to get to 999 if you go all out trying to farm the potions. Make sure you're using buggy teams to dupe as many as you can and go as fast as you can because you want as many potions as you can. The Potion Island on Japan has not come back yet, and we're at the point now after our fifth adventure mode where we're starting to feel negative returns, and we're like, oh gosh, now I need potions. Please bring back the Potion Island. So definitely farm this as hard as you can. Make sure that you're going in trying to get the potions. The second thing about the limit break screen is there'll be a nice little box here that tells you exactly how much of every material you have. Potions will be at the top, then there'll be limit break crystals right below that. Small crystals are here, medium crystals here, and orbs right here. And these orbs are the hardest one to get. They'll all be stored here. Now for every adventure mode character, they'll all have their own specific adventure mode crystals as well. You'll have the small, medium, and large adventure mode crystals of each one. Now you don't have to worry about all of those and when to acquire them, because all that you have to do is hit the 1 million point threshold in order to acquire enough copies to limit break, max scale up, and most likely max socket any adventure mode unit, as well as fully limit break them. So there have been 5 total adventure modes so far on the Japanese version, and we have yet not seen a Dex adventure mode, so we'll probably get a Dex adventure mode character next. When we're going to limit break a character, you'll click the orb that you can actually go to. You're going to hit the amount of potions, feed your potions to the character, like so. Boom, boom, boom. And it will go red when you've gone over how much you should actually feed them. Now you can see I'm already running out of potions and I don't really want to limit break this character, so I'll probably hold off and do a different one. So once you've fed potions to your character, you'll be able to then feed, you'll have to max level your character. Once your character is max level, then you'll be able to feed limit break crystals to your character. The limit break crystals, we'll click to the orb that you want to feed to, and it will actually tell you how many crystals that you want it will cost. Click this button down here, and it'll give you the increase to HP up here, the increase to attack, then the increase to recovery, followed by the decrease in the amount of cooldowns for special, and then below that, it'll actually show you the amount of sockets that the character will get. So to show off exactly how you limit break your character, we're going to go ahead and limit break our Diamante here. Now, a Diamante is a pretty good unit that's going to see in the Lucy badge. It's a really great delayer, as well as damage, I think it's damage percentage remover. So definitely a useful unit to have in your arsenal. And he has a pretty good sailor ability as well. So what I'm going to do is, so I want to make sure I get all my potions in, make sure I don't go over. So you can see here I have the max amount of potions I can feed him. Will be at max amount at 2 million XP. Legendary characters will be at 5 million XP, and every other character is at 2 million XP. So let's go ahead and feed that. It'll give you a little notification saying, hey, you're going over. And we'll feed that. Now once we're done, you can see that the amount of crystal spots that I had opened from the 749,000 before is now at the million, so that's what's all the way to max, and it will allow me to get all my limit break stuff. If you wanted to see what you're getting for each orb, go ahead and click on any single orb and hold it down, and then you'll be able to see what you're going to get for each orb. You can see here I'm getting 10 attack, and it's going to cost me 2 small shards. You can actually go all the way to the end here and click the end, and you'll see all the stat increases you're going to get. You're going to go what your max stats will increase to. You'll see what your max recovery, your max sockets will increase to. What kind of sailor abilities you're going to get. What kind of limit breaking abilities you're going to get, and so on. You can see also what the requirements are here. You can see you have to be level 99 and have 2 million XP. It's going to cost me 1.2 million berries. And then my berries afterward will be you'll see 42 million afterward. So it's going to subtract the 1.2 and tell you what you'll have afterward. Then it'll actually tell you exactly how many crystals it will cost, which is the most important part. So it's going to cost me 5 small red shards, 2 medium red shards, 50 blue small shards, 26 blue crystals for medium, and 2 luminescent orbs or whatever. I don't know what these are called. Limit breaking orbs, we'll call them. It'll cost me 5 purple shards and 2 medium crystals. And it's pretty standard to have more than one type of crystal per character. You're going to have to see the bulk of the character on their type. So you can see it's a quick Diamante, so he's going to have the mostly quick crystals. And the red crystals and purple crystals are there because they just throw them in there. When I max limit break him right now, I'll hit yes, and then all the orbs will change from that earlier color and they'll be locked in. And you can see that that is what I'll get for max limit breaking my Diamante. If you click on each of these abilities, you'll be able to see any of what they do, and if you want to check on them beforehand and say, hey, I want to know what this character's all this information is before I limit break them, then you're all able to do so. You don't have to limit break them right away. So now when I go to the Diamante here, if I go back to the character window, you'll see that here I have another Diamante that is not limit broken but evolved. And we go to my Diamante, which I just limit broke. You'll see that this character will have a max sign up here, and it'll show you that it is limit broken. If you partially limit break a character, then you will get a character that will look like this, and I'll have a little 10 symbol here, and that means I've gotten 10 of those orbs into the out of the 15 I need to for the limit break. And you can see this one I have 13 done, etc. If you want now, in order for a character to have a rainbow border like this Lucy here and the Shiki here, what you have to do is you actually have to max out these limit break abilities as well. So if I go to the Diamante, you'll see that I've acquired these 2 limit break abilities, but I haven't maxed them yet. The only way to max these things are to A, feed dupes of the character to itself, or B, you have to feed limit breaking tablets to a character. So let's go ahead and unfavorite that other Diamante. And we'll go ahead and feed the Diamante to himself. Now I know it's not skill up or anything like that, but luckily I've already maxed skill up and maxed my X socket beforehand, so I don't have to worry about that. Yay for box space update. Let's go ahead and feed this Diamante real quick. You can see that for a character with limit breaking, if you're ever feeding a character that is limit broken, you'll see that it has the normal yellow around it for if it'll provide a skill up, the orange socket item for the socket, and then there's now this red corners here, and these red corners will show you that you're going to be able to get a limit break ability out of this character. So now that I'm feeding him, you'll be able to see this, and you'll see him get a limit break ability. Now you get a limit break skill up, this is how it looks. It'll come up and have a red window right before the skill up, and you'll see like, hey, you got a limit break skill up, and it gave me the next level to my skill up. It'll also still provide sockets and skill ups just like it normally does, so there's no changes there. We're gonna get that damage reduction socket for now. I might get something else later, who knows, who cares. The only other way of acquiring limit break sockets is using limit break tablets. Now these tablets are much more rare. Now here's each of the types of tablets, minus the newest tablet, which has not been yet released on the Japanese version and for the newest limit break ability. Now the thing with limit breaks is that they're actually going to add more and more abilities as time goes on, so that's really, really cool. Definitely excited to see what further limit breaks we'll have for different characters. Now, the first one here is going to be Orb Seal. This one's going to be anti-healing, so when you get that debuff like on the Rated Kainu fight or on Law Forest when you can't heal, this removes a certain amount of turns of that. This removes the certain amounts of turns of Orb Seal like you see on Invasion Cavendish. This one right here is going to be barrier penetration, so if a character has a good, great, perfect combo, HP barrier, whatever, this allows you to get a socket to go through barriers, and that is based on the amount of HP your character has. Typically this is for shooters, sometimes it's outside that, right, you saw with Diamante, he has it, not sure why. But this is one of the cooler ones called Pinch Healing. This one provides an extra heal if you hit perfect on that character, but only for that character for a certain amount based on the recovery as well as how high your HP is. So let's say, for example, if you're below 50% HP, you're able to heal for 1.5 times that character's recovery. That's an example. And this one will be Enrage. This one, if you take any damage, any percent damage, any poison, any HP cuts, any kind of preemptive damage, or any kind of damage overall, or take a hit, this will increase your damage bit by a set amount per character. For this character only. This is actually one of the best ones you're going to get because you do a lot of times take preemptive damage, and that allows you to do a little bit extra damage, which is really nice. And this last one's going to be Critical Strike, which adds a small little edge on the end of your damage. So, for example, slashers have a really high chance to get critical strikes, whereas some other characters like Lucy have a medium chance of getting critical strikes, where they have like a 50% chance to get a critical strike, and it does like 7% extra damage. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but on your last hit, if it crits, it adds like a couple 100,000 damage, which is pretty nice. And it's come in the clutch sometimes too. This one right here is going to be damage reduction for quick, and this is damage reduction for int, and then there's damage reduction for every single type as well. Now the sucky thing about these tablets is when you're feeding these tablets, they do not have a 100% rate. It's probably about the same rate as if you're feeding a skill up to a character. So it'll be about a 20% chance it'll work. What my experience is about 1 in 3 will work, maybe to 1 in 4 at most. But you're really not getting a lot of limit break skill ups out of these, and you're gonna have to have a lot of tablets if you want to max limit break your characters. Now, I don't have any Rainbow Max Legends as of yet because these are so rare and they take so long. They take so long to farm, and as far as the drop rate goes, it's about the same drop rate in adventure mode as a universal skill book is in the ranking event, which is really low. It's super annoying. Well, you're gonna have a lot of people having questions like, oh my god, this is really confusing, there's lots of information, I'm not sure what I should do. And one of the biggest problems you're gonna have is, I'm not sure who I should prioritize, because limit break crystals are really difficult to get, tablets are really difficult to get, etc. My recommendation as far as tablets goes is make sure you're only feeding tablets to legendary characters. And as far as limit breaking order goes, there's actually it's really complicated to give you that right answer. My explanation of what you should do and what you should not do will be found in this video right over here. You'll see a lot of different things as far as what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing in limit breaks, etc. And you'll be able to see exactly if it's a good idea or not a good idea based on your thoughts there. So if you want to go ahead and watch that, make sure you watch it. Click the link in the description below. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the brand new news update for Having for Global, as what you guys should be doing, what you should be focusing on for the next couple of weeks. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video content for going over limit breaks and a little bit how they work, as well as what you should focus on during your time doing limit breaks. My name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys hit the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down below, so we get lots of support in the channel, and of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do want notifications on all my content, make sure you hit the bell notification right next to it so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace.